Bernstein's assistant, and he warned me, "Once you leave, you can't go back." That helped me a lot less than he imagined. Even more ephemeral were the assistants, if that's what they were, who had hitched a ride on the bandwagon of glamour and fame. They were the perks, often sexual, of notorious celebrity, culled from a salacious entourage. When I'm asked about that category of Bernstein's assistants, I demur. Hard to say. Actually, I know very well what to say. I was none of those. Even though I wasn't any more durable physically, I stuck with the position longer than any of my predecessors. Yes, I had to put my life on hold, but working alongside a creative genius gave me the strongest sense of purpose I'd ever had. Serving Bernstein's creativity kept music central in my life, and nothing could make me happier than that. And yet I came to the job with almost no knowledge about this famous man, other than his stature as a serious musician, a major orchestral conductor, a famous composer, a maestro. He had a wife and 3 kids. He smoked 4 packs a day, delivered the celebrated Norton Lectures at Harvard in 1973, couldn't abide elevator music or champagne or public transportation. I had no idea. Once I was hired, he let me know what he wanted with no hesitation. "The stereo speakers quit last night," he'd say, or "Get me tickets to Idomeneo at the Met this Thursday," or "See if Jackie Onassis can come for dinner tonight." Some of Bernstein's directives were blunt and personal, such as, "Stop being so distracted." He was the priest in a theology of celebrity, and I was the novice, baptized by fire for 4 scorching years. Bernstein's manager, Harry Kraut, hired personal assistants for the maestro, regularly replenishing what was once referred to as the toilet paper job. The musician who said that to me meant it to sting. It did. It still does, 35 years later. A rude assessment of an assistant's anonymous personality, my personality, as disposable as toilet paper. After a rapid climb from the Boston Symphony Orchestra's administration, not a bad place to start, Harry Kraut relished the power that came with managing the world's most famous musician, Maestro Leonard Bernstein. Harry sometimes hosted cocktail parties to spot new talent, perhaps an assistant for the maestro, though some of these parties degenerated into a beauty contest, with the red-haired candidate always crowned the winner. As a Boy Scout, Harry had been so besotted with his red-haired troop leader that he worked his way up to Eagle Scout just to be near the guy. But his troop leader never acknowledged Harry's infatuation, so red hair remained a beacon for the rest of Harry's life. A personal foible Harry confided to me, and the only foible he ever confided to me. Amidst the gathering of beauties, job candidates, at one of those cocktail parties, someone might show off a few superficial social skills, but any talents that could actually help the maestro? An in-depth knowledge of notating, editing, or performing music? Never. Still, one candidate usually took charge, answering the door, picking up the phone when it rang, calling a taxi to spirit away an inebriated contender. Harry hired his own assistant this way for the summer of 1982, employing a personable and remarkably resourceful man my own age, whose hair looked a lot more blonde than red. So the cocktail party routine worked. Once. Harry also had a more sober and time-honored way to hire an assistant for the maestro, an ad posted in the classified section of the Sunday New York Times. Under M for musician, the ad sought an assistant for a world-class musician. The applicant must read music, be free to travel, sport a bit of European languages, and possess finely honed organizational abilities. Nothing more specific. For 2 years I had toiled as a menial clerk at the Tams Whitmark Music Library, a music theater agency and rental library in Midtown Manhattan, while I daydreamed about how to put my musical skills, a degree in composition from Carnegie Mellon University, and my life experiences to better use. I'd lived 6 formative years overseas, when my father's army career stationed us in Germany and Italy. Germany opened.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.